Welcome back to another series. Last time we have been building on this secret room down here where we can keep all the project information we want to do, and I also made another room here. Let's keep this, I'll show that maybe later. Anyhow, so the wall is still empty, and the idea is to put also the projects that we could do, like place them on a wall as well, so that we can remember that. And yeah, then why not, let's start with all the ideas I have. So last time we also worked on the tree farm a little bit, but this whole area looks very redstone-y, so I think this needs to be at some point of time cleaned up and made look nice. Also, these activities here are no special order. So then what else could we do? I would like to have some kind of faster end access. So it's always at the moment like 1,000 blocks I have to fly, and then in order to get to the end. So something like this could be an interesting. One of the 1.13 features would be also an XP station, where furnaces can now automatically store experience. So it could be interesting to make a station that where we can get a lot of XP just automatically. Maybe we have to wait for 1.14 though, when we have bamboo as the furnace material. Yeah, another thing I want to do is some kind of course, the house interior. Not all rooms are done yet, so we have to do that for sure. Yeah, so the one other thing is that I keep on have to look, for example, if I do a new redstone contraption or anything, or build a new room or anything, I have to often look on the internet to see on how to do certain redstone components, certain clocks, but also sometimes on getting inspiration on how to light rooms and something. So I think it would be good to have like some kind of museum inside this game here, where we have all these contraptions placed and where we have all these options on how to light room are placed. So light room, contraptions, clocks, redstone clocks, but also maybe all blocks. I lost a little bit over the multiple versions of Minecraft, and a little bit of track of all the blocks we actually have. It's getting more and more. Now we have corals, and in the newest generation we get a new big set of blocks. So maybe also to have a museum of all blocks, where all blocks of Minecraft are presented and shown, maybe how to use them maybe as well. I think this would be really beneficial as well. Yeah, maybe also a little bit on the technical side. I want to do some item transport. At the moment it's a bit tricky from getting items from here, from the winterland to my main storage. I can write this maybe from Ice World to, so some kind of faster transportation. At the moment I have to do it manually to get the shulker boxes over, so this would be nice. Another idea would be to create a shop. This is a multiplayer server, so it would be also interesting maybe to create a shop for a few items I have in excess, to be able to trade with other people. Then we have, I want to do a witch farm at some point of time, because I've never done it so far, but at the moment it's not really an urgent project. Actually, I also need a wither skeleton farm as well. the same. It's not urgent at the moment. So this is also down here. Maybe the technical part is also make main storage silent. So the main storage system at the moment is clicking a lot, and a lot of pistons and are moving, and also droppers are activated when there is no item in it, creating click noises, and this is not convenient. Maybe I also have to rework the whole system. We'll see. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. That's the main ideas. The skeleton is written a bit different, huh? Like this, maybe. Okay. Yeah, so we will keep updating this wall every now and then, and can come back to it if we are out of ideas for a while. And yeah, I think a good start. Yeah, on a different area now. I'm going into the end, and so in order to give everyone on the server a chance to find a dragon egg, I installed a plugin that gives the dragon egg on every dragon kill. So now I want to try out this if this plugin works. So we're gonna respawn the Ender Dragon, and yeah, I haven't fought it in a while, but let's hope it's gonna be good. So I think the sequence is 4 on each side. Yes, it is. I will also have a potion of regeneration. There we go. I will try first to pillar up here. Okay, that worked out. I think I have to increase the render distance a bit. Okay, let's go up here. Okay, that seems to be it. Whoa. So we got the stuff back. Okay, let's see this time. Yes. Nice, and there's the egg. So this works. So now on this, wow, there's the egg. Disappeared. Maybe it's teleported? Maybe not. I'll have to look. So I searched the area in the end, and also this area here to spawn, but I could not find the egg. So I think what happened is that the plugin generated the egg, and then also the structure where the end portal, the portal from the end to the overworld again, is also regenerated when the dragon dies. So maybe this then basically removed the egg again. So what I will do now is put the egg a little bit to the side, so then I think it should work. So yeah, I have changed now the position of the egg so that it doesn't spawn directly in the portal, but a little bit nearby. I think it should work now, so that's good for other players on the server who do the dragon fight, and they also have a chance to get the egg. Wow, I did not expect that the Ender Dragon fight would kill me twice. What a shame, but, well, I think sometimes the Elytra is a bit better, especially if the dragon launches one very up high. This would have at least prevented one of my deaths if I would have, instead of a big chest plate, worn a elytra. But on the other hand, the other time I died basically just of normal regular damage, so not sure what to do with Ender Dragon fights next time, but probably one of these slow falling potions together with big chest plate probably is what I would go for. Anyhow, that was a dragon fight. So back at our tree farm, we also trying out some of the other ones here, acacia and birch, and I don't know the names here. I think it's dark, and one was jungle. So I want to see how the same setup as before works with other types of wood. I will let you know, and also I created here a little, just to test, also observing like a sapling, and then pushing items over here. So this has 2 items now. Interesting, because I planted this once, and this gave only one stone, and so I want to see if we can detect somehow when the tree is growing with an observer like this. Of course, there's another option. The benefit, of course, is this way, if it would work. This is just redstone on one side, which would be beneficial. Of course, we could put in a redstone torch, redstone dust, and then a repeater here, and then we can detect the growth. Of course, if this is a full block of wood, so we can detect the growth. But I want to see if we can also do it with an observer. So I'll let you know how it goes with the experiments. Yeah, so I've been testing around a little bit more with certain wood types. I removed the ceiling here from the wood farm and tested quite a bit. Yeah, and I would like to share also the findings I have. Most of it also summarizing what can be read in the internet, in Minecraft Wiki. But most of it also I tested and confirmed here, except for acacia and dark oak. But I also want to share the results with me. And I'm thinking of how to move forward with this farm, maybe to allow some other types of wood as well. But my considerations, of course, it's a farm at the moment at least without bone meal. And yeah, so my results may be different for a farm that uses bone meal, because some of the things require more bone meal for growth, and since I don't use bone meal at all, it doesn't matter. But for other farms, the prioritization may be different. And also yeah, I'm thinking of what to use the wood for, of course. There are like two usages. One, of course, is just to make chests, let's say for hoppers. So the type of wood doesn't really matter for as long as it's a lot. So more wood is obviously better than less wood. And the other idea is, of course, to have also nice wood. For example, I like oak and spruce a lot, and dark oak, but I don't like acacia and jungle wood so much. I just don't use it a lot in my build. So, and since Mojang is putting more and more blocks like buttons and trapdoors and so on that are based on the wood type, I of course want in this wood farm, of course, have also beautiful wood, I would say. At least that's the idea. Yeah, let me get you to the findings. Okay. This may look like a lot in the first place, but it's I think not so difficult to understand. So here we have the tree itself, the bottom of the tree, and then the middle section of the tree and the top part of the tree, the crown. And then also some pros and cons summary And then we have here along the side, we have all the different tree types, from birch, oak, birch, spruce, jungle, acacia, and dark oak. Yeah, so a lot of tree farms obviously use the oak because it's the simplest block. It does not really have any requirements. It just needs 4 or 5 blocks free above the sapling. Very simple in growth, so just needs also 1 by 1 space enclosed. So let's say if let's get a wood block real quick. I mean a dirt block. So if you have sapling, and if you enclose it with any kind of block, and if I put a sapling here, it will still grow. Of course I need the light level, the correct light level, but and this makes oak quite a nice tree to farm. So it's easy growth requirements, but it's at least for me it only grows 4 blocks of wood per sapling, so that's not a lot. Of course you can also make the higher the oak trees, but then there's a risk of branching them, and then the requirements and everything is totally different. But if wood would be branching out here in all directions, I would have a lot of problems, and the leaves would never despawn and stuff. So I can't really do that, so at least not for this farm. And so yeah, but oak is good, and it's also, I think, a block, in my opinion at least. It's beautiful, and also the products of it. Birch, yeah, requires a bit more space. Requires also 3 by 3 space, but this space can be occupied with wood and rails. So birch is actually like this. I can plant here and here birch, and they will both grow. So it's actually, I would call it cureable, like oak is as well. That's very good. And we get also a little bit more wood. This has always like at least 5 blocks, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so we get a bit more, but I think the outcome is of an ugly block. So I think a birch button is fine, but a lot of furniture, I don't use birch much. Spruce, let's also quickly go through. It has stronger requirements in the midsection. And the downside is that in the midsection, wood is not allowed. That means if you plant, let's say, one spruce tree here, it will grow. But if you would put a spruce tree right next to it, this one would not grow anymore, because there's the wood of this spruce tree in the way. So they have to have, so they are not like curable like this. Yeah, of course, spruce trees are very high, like birch trees, so there are 5 or more wood per sapling. But yeah, it's not curable. Then we have the jungle wood. Yeah, it has also strong requirements, 3 by 3 blocks. Interestingly, there's a difference between jungle and spruce. In the middle section, you are also not allowed to place wood nearby, so they are also not curable 1, 2, 3 in a row. But it's okay to have rails on the layer above the sapling. So just to show you here as well what I did. So this jungle tree here is growing, but only if I remove these rails here. If I have the rails, it will not grow, because one above the sapling needs to be an empty block. Here, spruce in contrast though, needs to be also free space, but it's okay to have such a rail like this here. Interestingly, this will grow with this rail. So there's a difference between those two. Yeah, then we have yeah, it also yields at least 5 pieces of wood. It's very high, tall as well, but it's I think also not a very attractive block. I don't like it very much, so yeah. So let's go on to Acacia. I didn't test Acacia and I didn't test Dark Oak, just because I ruled it out, because Dark Oak always needs 2x2, and with this kind of farm design, making it possible to grow 2x2 will be a mess. A lot more pistons and a lot more stuff ongoing. I don't want to go that path. So I ruled it out by definition, and also just wrote some stuff from the wiki here. Acacia is also a block this red tone I don't like very much. It's of course per nature, Acacia is always branching, meaning that there are, if you have a stem, let's say this is a stem, then of course there will be blocks of wood to the side, and this also makes the farm a lot more complicated. So I didn't test this block here, but yeah. So it's not my favorite. Okay, yeah, so this is the results I have at the moment. Not sure completely what to do with all these results. So I want to be for sure want to be able to grow oak because I like the block. I want to be able to possibly also mix in some birch, just because it yields a bit more blocks. Birch trees are higher. So I want to extend the farm so it yeah, allows also birch trees to grow without this to happen here, that we have branches from the oak. And yeah, I don't see the possibility with the jungle at the moment, because even the rails are not, it's not possible to place them. But I will think about maybe to be able to put in some spruce as well. Like I said, they are not stackable, but maybe it's possible if we have, let's say, let's put this away. So if we have spruce here, let's say birch here, so if the birch tree grows first, then the spruce tree will not grow because there's wood directly here. But if they grow the other way around, if this one grows first, let's see if this, I'm not sure if these requirements are met here for this guy. We'll see. If this would be growing first, light level is fine. Not sure if this is in the way here right now. I'll test it in a second. So I cleaned up a bit more space up there. Let's see if that helps. Okay, it took a while, but the spruce tree grew. So if this one grows first and then the birch, this way actually it is kind of stackable. So yeah, so we'll try to extend the farm so that we have oak and birch, and maybe we can also sneak in some birch in between. We just have to make sure that always this grows first and then this, and then we can have some spruce in between. Yeah, I think this will take a little bit more time to redesign or extend a little bit the wood farm. So I think this is a project for one of the next episodes, but I hope you liked the small summary on the wood types, and yeah, if you want to see how this farm develops, of course we will also do other projects, and yeah, tune by the next time again. Take care, bye bye.